Hi everyone! If you have not heard, Octoparse has recently released the new version 8.5. We will go through the new features and improvements in this video. Let's see what's in it for you. If you are still new to Octoparse, it is a no-code tool to capture web data at scale. Here are webinars to get you on board. Anyway, let's get started. Before Octoparse 8.5, cloud scraping is always the best pick to scrape data at scale within a short time. This time, the new version makes local scraping just as competitive as cloud scraping. With Octoparse 8.5, you can run local tasks 3 times faster with boost mode. Troubleshoot tasks with local run logs and pause button. Retrieve individual batch of data with local run history. Access local run data through API as the data auto backup to the cloud. First thing first, boost mode. Boost mode is a new feature, and it aims to make local scraping faster. This would be extremely helpful if your task only gets data when running on the local device. I'm going to one of my tasks and show you how it works. Once a task is created, click Run. For local run, now you can choose Boost mode right here. It makes the scraping faster by splitting the task into subtasks, normally 3 subtasks, and put them into concurrent runs. Instead of having just a single process running for the job, that is standard mode. Boost mode has up to 3 processes running concurrently, so the scraping speed goes up 300%. Now we boost run the task. This interface shows you how your task is being processed, the number of data you have extracted, the status whether it is in boost mode, and this is where you can disable the boost. And this pause button is new too. We will talk about it later. In this subtask status section, you can see how your task is split and the status of the subtasks. Well, you should know that boost mode does not work for all tasks though. It works specifically for tasks that are splittable. For example, this is the task I just run to scrape information from some Amazon product pages. I entered these URLs into Octoparse and created this workflow. So you will see these URLs in the element loop URLs. URL list is a splittable element because they can be fully executed independently from one another. And likewise, text list and fixed list are also splittable. Now you can switch on the boost mode in the settings so that when you start the local run on the dashboard, it will boost run automatically. To find out more about the difference between standard mode and boost mode, you can check out the details in this tutorial. Logs and pause. On the new local run interface, there's something more to be discovered: the pause button and local run logs. Local run logs and pause button is a blessing for task troubleshooting. It aims to visualize how your task works and to detect where it goes wrong. Fixing the problem becomes much easier as the problem gets spotted. If anything goes wrong, it will show in the error logs in orange, just like this example. The first line shows that a page element was not found in the step of click to pagination, which means you should check the XPath of this button. Chances are it fails to locate the right paginate button. One thing to watch out: logs are only available on the local run interface, so make sure you export it if you want to have a second look at it. Local history and auto backup. Next to the log section, there is a history section. In the previous versions like Octoparse 8.4, if you run the same task locally for a second time, you will have to choose between keeping all the extracted data in one single file or keeping only the last set of data. This can be a pain if you want access to individual dataset for each run. In the new Octoparse 8.5, data will be stored separately after each run's completed, and you will get access to each individual dataset in the history section. Another way to get to the history data: go to the dashboard, click More, Local Run History. Now when you run a task multiple times while testing out the task, you can drop the data when the task fails and keep the batch only when it works perfectly. Well, there is another small bonus for local scraping. Here is a humble little square where you can tick. Check it to switch on Auto Backup to Cloud, which means that the data of the current run and any future runs will be updated to the cloud when it is completed. If you are using API and want to connect not only cloud data to your database, but also local run data, this is what comes to rescue. As new features are introduced, now we are going into the improvements. They help users build more effective tasks and make task management easier. Time zone conversion. You can convert data in time format to a certain time zone now. Go to the data field, click More, Clean Data, Add Step, and to the time zone conversion. Original input URLs. Add custom field, Original input URL. This data field will show the original URL you have input into the task, even though when it is redirected to another address. Public IP pool switch. In the task settings, you can switch to a certain country by clicking the public IP pool. There are IPs from 5 countries available to match your personal needs. Task management. We have improved our dashboard for efficient task management. First, more options to filter your tasks, and you can save specific filters for use at a later date. The search bar shows keyword results in real time now, and there are more options available for managing tasks in batch. Okay, that's all about Octoparse 8.5. If you find this helpful, don't forget to give us a thumb up. More importantly, please feel free to talk to us at support@octoparse.com. See you next time!